Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Snowrunner. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. On today's objective, today's video, I am going to be finding the towers. And I'll open it up here, show you that I have not done anything on here. Literally just open up the garage to get a vehicle here. So we're going to hit this one, this one, this one, and then that one. Let's go. You're going to want a scout vehicle for this. Probably gonna be best bet. It doesn't have to be one with the big fatty tires on it. You could get one with a skinny. I'm actually probably gonna build another one of these if I don't already have one. In order to get around the map. Now, pay attention to this route that I'm taking at now. This will help you a lot. I'm gonna be using this route a lot. First of all, what I have to do is be careful on that little spot. There is another way, but definitely faster to go this way. Definitely faster. Once I open up the map, it'll be easier to explain. Tower should be right there. Oh, we're going to have to go cross country for this one. Yeah, it's not over here. It's definitely over here. Sorry about the camera. I'm not going to go through the trees. Just the way to get stuck. And make something that should take 2 minutes take 20. You get wedged in, especially with these big fatty tires on here. That's why I want to make a smaller version of this. Alright, so we found our first tower. I'm going to explain something here in a quick second. Alright, so we'll do the map. So we could have taken this little trail, but this stretch right through here sucks. Then you get down on the ice, and it's kind of sketchy. As long as you stay along the shoreline, you're alright, and I wouldn't have to climb back up. The way I went was across this little edge here. There's a bridge right there, a land bridge right there. You just cross and go up. Use that. There's going to be a lot of times you're going to have to get to this. We won't get there yet, but we're all going to have to get to this area to get to the warehouses and stuff, and it's just faster to do that than to go through this. And then go up, and then try to find a spot to climb up, and it's just faster. Alright, we're hitting a second, going for the second tower. Let's get out of this one. We don't have to recover it all today, except for at the very end. And even then, we might not. Yeah, we probably will. Because on a second video, I do the, what is it, the upgrades? Yeah. The second video is always upgrades. So we do towers. When I get to a new map, this is the process. Towers, then, upgrades, and then tasks. Every time. Even when I'm just playing, I do it that way. The only thing different that I do when I'm just playing is if I'm doing this process and there's a task, like this, say this bridge that's coming up over here, I'll grab that on my way. But in this, when I'm recording, I won't grab it. I'll drive right by it. I won't even say nothing. I won't say hi. I won't say how you doing. How's your mom and them? I'm going to avoid this trail because there's some shit down in the way. Yeah, this landslide. So we're just going to come up over here. So as long as you stay along the shoreline, you're all right. You should be fine. You'll be using this route as well, so kind of take my time getting up through here. Shove it in a little high. We just want to get to the trail. And here we are. We're just going to take the path. I should have gotten the narrow tires on here. Definitely. But, because it's going to be hard to get through these areas with these big fatties. And it's getting to be. I'm going to have to stop and get a thumbnail here. So bear with me on that. Please. And thank you. So yes, finally we get some snow again. By the time we're done with these maps, there's 4 of these, by the way, for this area. Well, there's 4. Cosmodrome, Northern Aegis, Chernokamsk. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing these probably wrong. In Cosmodrome, and Urska River. I have an order that I do these in. I don't know if it's the correct order, but that's just how I've always done it. And that's how I'm going to do it. Continue to do it. Getting hold of these sticks suck. I don't use this route for anything other than what I'm doing right now. Mainly because of that log. And this terrain is not the best. Here's other routes. Okay, so we are at Second Tower. I'll open it up to show you where we're at. Okay. Again, we started at the garage. We hit this tower, which now you don't see. Kind of went around along the ice, hit the path, and then up this little path here to this one, which will open up this whole side. We're now headed over to this one, and I'm going to tell you in advance that that one can be a pain in the rectum. So now I'm just going to take this path all the way through here. I mean, I don't need these. I'm just showing you the direction I'm going by doing it this way. I'm going to cut through this path here, here. And then once we hit this location, that's when it's going to get rough. Okay, let's go. But there's only 4 towers. So, this is like a cross between snow and mud. You'll be driving, oh, it's just snow, and all of a sudden it'll sink for no reason. You'll have a mud hole. And it'll just tip over for no reason. Alright. This place here is a metal fabrication plant, so you turn your metal rolls into metal beams. We've had this before. Okay, so what I wanted to say on this map, do you remember, well, I'm sure you might, the way things, see, there's a task. I should grab that, but no. We're going to come back through. When we got to Flooded Foothills, which was 2 maps ago, so it was before Wisconsin. We did the Yukon, Flooded Foothills, 2 maps. It was like Big Salmon and whatever the other one was. And they introduced the construction sites. You know, where you could go to this construction site and steal the wood planks from it. You could go to this one and steal the metal beams from it. You could go to whatever, bricks. If you needed bricks, you could steal them from this one. I think, at least on this set of maps, that they've gotten away from that. Because if you look around, there are no construction sites. There are no places to go get lumber. I mean, you have your, if I can find it without getting it, you have your warehouses. Perfect. And you do have a fabrication site, which is here. And you'll be using that fabrication site, but there are no other. I just noticed this, to be honest, when I was on my non-recording playthrough profile, and it's like, man, yeah, there is none. In Wisconsin, there still was. We had for the wooden planks and the steel beams, but then all of a sudden I get to this one, and there is none of that. It's weird. Why? I'm not complaining. I like the old version better. I like that you just go to a warehouse and pick up beams or planks or whatever, and then have it centrally located, kind of, and that way. Now, on this map, I have a feeling that it might change on future. I'm saying this map, this one of the 4, is what I'm saying. So maybe on one of the other ones it'll change. I don't know. But at least on this first one of the 4, we don't have to worry about any of that. Like I say, I do these 4 maps, I do them in a certain order. And I've always done it that way. I'm not going to grab that task as much as I would like to. Slow her down. Speed it up. I don't even know how many upgrades are on this map, to be honest. I'm going to have to do some research before my video. Oh. I know there's some humdinger missions. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some humdinger missions we have to do. Whatever, I'm going to do the best I can to show you the easiest route to do these missions. I want to get a picture for my thumbnail. So give me 1 second here. I don't know if it'll come across in the. It might. As far as the snow falling. It kind of did. All tasks or all towers. Urska River. Hope I got the save button first. Oops. Okay, got that done. Now we can go. Always have to save. Sometimes I forget, and then all of a sudden, oh crap. Not that it really matters with these first couple. I can get a picture of this vehicle anywhere. But, like, I could take one right now and use it for vehicle upgrades. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. But I'm thinking of swapping out the vehicles, or making another one of these. Customizing a new one. Or another one, I should say. Something with narrower tires on it. Not that I don't mind these big fatties, but you're going to see right here, what I'm talking about. I gotta get up a little bit further to this path. This is a pain in the butt, and I have yet to figure out how else to get up here. I gotta go one more. You'll see. I may or may not end up recovering out of this. If something happens, I'm just gonna recover out. But I gotta make this turn. This is the hard part. This turn. Excuse me. Alright. And then grab a hold of that with the winch to make that turn. And then try to climb up through these trees. Winch one of these and try to get that to work, but that's not going to work. And these little saplings that I'm ripping out of the ground aren't going to help me. And I need a big fat tree up here to pull on. These tires don't help. I made it. Roll over. Damn, son. It's not fun. Why do they make that one so difficult? Even with skinny tires, it's a pain in the butt. Launch it. Alright, so that is 3 of 4. Now we're up on the north side of the map. Well, I don't know if there's north and south, but garage is over here. There's actually a tower, or this one goes to the Cosmodrome. This one goes to Northern Aegis. I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to say Aegis. I'm sure there's a way to say it, but so now we're going to make our way down here, through here, 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 and then down along the ice in order to get over to this tower right there. Provided I don't get stuck in these trees coming down this mountain over here, because they don't give you a whole lot of room. To get through here, as you've seen. Down is easier than up, because I just go up over top of all this stuff with my monster truck tires. And I've yet to get any objectives, so tasks, as I like to call them. Well, that's what they call them, so I'm going to call them that. Alright. Hold butts, roll out. We got one more to get. Daytime. Watch out for the crack in the middle, like I just fell into. Come on, baby. Come on. There's not a lot of winch points. The average vehicle would not have the ability to reach that winch point. And this thing is so sketch when it's on low gear like this, or on high gear. Again, it has like an RC car. If you've ever driven an RC car, it's all or nothing. There's no easing into them, unless you have a gearing box on it, like for rock crawling and stuff like that. But your old school RC cars where they're all or nothing. So you're trying to go slow, and I'm gonna get the middle of the car somehow. The middle of the car, huh? Why you gotta go that way? What it is, trying to make a turn on a road, and I keep going, flip over, and There we go. What the fuck is with the road? Pardon my French. Alright. We just gotta get one more tower. The hardest one was out of the way. We got it done. This is actually another route that you're going to be using a lot. Or I will be using a lot. You decide if you want to do it this way or not. Oh, a time to challenge. A time to challenge. I have not done any of those. I'm not going to grab this task, so I'm not even going to drive through it. We will be back. I'll be back. Shove it in the low. When it starts spinning on that powdered snow, just gear it down. And it'll help you get through this stuff. Careful. And keep in mind that you do not have any winch points when you're on the ice. None. So if you get all heavy on a throttle, by throttle I mean the throttle, and you tip over, because it will go sideways and catch, and over you go. There are no winch points. You're going to have to either rescue or recover, or, yeah, bring in a new vehicle. Alright, so now for this one, this is all like broken river, so you have to stay along the shoreline. There's no jump across or any of that stuff. Tower's right up to my left there, but we have to improvise a little bit. Because A, the bridge is out. Typically I come in from the other side, I'm not going to lie. So this bridge is out, so I can't get across to go get that tower. I'm not going to grab that objective either. So what I'm going to do is go down this way. I'm going to make it daytime because it's getting dark already, I see. We're starting to get dark. Yeah, so we're just going to drive across the river right here. It's shallow on this end. You can see the bottom. Alright, we have one more. The last final tower. And again, I'll probably rescue out of this. Or recover out of this. Or just build another truck and leave this one here for now. Launch. Okay, so now we have unlocked all of the... Again, here's the garage. And there's all the missions and towers, and there's one upgrade that I see. I don't know if there's any more than that. It looks like that's the only one. Yeah, so that'll be a short video. So I won't upgrade on this whole map. For some reason I was thinking there was two. But, yeah, it's that one over there. We'll get that one on the next video. So thank y'all for watching. I'm just going to recover out. Park this off to the side for the next video, which is going to be going to get that upgrade. So thank y'all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smack that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below, and I will get back to you ASAP. Bye, everybody.